We are looking at one of our top news stories of the week, and that is the Dubai Land Department cracking down on real estate brokers who don't comply with advertising rules. They've fined more than 250 in the first half of this year. And to find out more, Mahmoud Al Burai is Senior Director of Real Estate Policies and Innovation at the Dubai Land Department. Mahmoud, good morning. It's lovely to speak to you.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me today.
You've got a lot of rules over at the DLD when it comes to how real estate is advertised. Which of those rules, what kind of rules were not being complied with?
Well, thank you so much. And great to be here today on such a great show. So let me just first start and say, in Dubai, we have a vision for the real estate sector and vision for Dubai. We want Dubai to be the best city on earth for people to live in. And parts of this vision is want to make sure that this real estate market is regulated. We're protecting the interests of all the stakeholders. So it's not the idea to fine. It's not the idea to take the hard way. However, we have laws and regulations that we're expecting real estate professionals to comply with, and one of them is the real estate agents. So what we've seen is that some real estate agents don't comply with advertisement rules that comes from Bylaw 85 of 2006 and our memos that comes from time to time. So, for example, some of them don't attach the QR code to the advertisement. The QR code is a way for us to protect the investor, for them to see that this is a real asset, this is a real property that is listed at this price, it's in this location, it has 2-3 beds, and so on. So some agents, what they do, they just take randomly any QR code and attach it to any property. So you, and as an investor, you get confused. Are they listing this property or that property? Some of them also do a lot of cold calling. So cold calling is also against our rules and regulations. And also some of them actually what they do is that they don't use our standard forms. So standard forms, form A, B, and F have been made to protect not only investors but also brokers. We protect you to get your commission. We protect you to be complying with our laws and regulations.
Okay, a lot to get into there. Let's start with the adverts themselves. Is it just that people are making admin errors, not writing up a brokerage number, whatever it happens to be? Or are people willfully bending the rules?
Well, again, as I said, first time we tell them not to do it again. But second time we know that they're doing it on purpose. So we're not like taking the hard line from the first instance. However, the cases we're talking about are real cases, a real violation of our rules and regulations. And it shows that it has been done on purpose. So this is very clear in all these cases that you've seen in the news.
Are you finding the brokers or the brokerages?
Well, we're finding the brokerages or the brokerage office. However, we started also to ask these brokerage companies to stop their brokers who are doing these violations for 3 months. So 3 months they cannot work in the market. Yes. So the whole idea, our real estate market is attractive. We're talking about numbers. We have 20,000 real estate agents, almost more than Australia, as you said, right? So these number of real estate agents, the number actually has doubled pre-COVID. So now we're talking about 20,000. At COVID time, it was half of it. And that shows that this market is very interesting, very attractive market. At the same time, we want to make sure that the new brokers coming to the market know the rules and regulations, and even the existing one and the old one.
Okay. If you're finding the brokerages, you've got just under 6,000 brokerages at the moment, which would put 250 odd at about 4% of brokerages being fined. Does that seem high?
Well, it's not about, we always take actions. So we know that this is, it shouldn't be the case. Mm-hmm. And that's why we're doing a lot of awareness session. We're training them. We're telling them not to do it. Actually, we believe, and this is our boss direction, is that we need to partner with the real estate industry. We have a real estate alliance strategy to work with them closely, because we are part of promoting Dubai and Dubai real estate market, and we are in the same game. However, Dubai Land Department will not take it easy if our laws and regulations are violated. And for simple reason, we want to protect everyone. We want to make sure that investors, last year we had 600 billion dirhams of investment in Dubai. And this is the highest in the history. So we want to keep that momentum. We don't want people to have a bad experience.
Okay. And for fines to work in any industry, they need to be high enough for people to take them seriously. How much are you actually fining people for this, given how much money the real estate market is making at the moment? What level are your fines?
Well, it's 50,000 dirham. If it's repeated, it can be double of that. But this is not the only tool we use, by the way. We use also the classification tool, because all these agencies are rated by Dubai Land Department and specifically by RERA. So the more warning you get, the more fines you get. This means that you're rating from gold to silver, from even to the lowest. And that shows for people who are dealing with you, they know that once they see that you are a general or a bronze classification, this means you've done some violations. So violations is almost 30-40% of the rating. So if you do a lot of violations, that automatically means that you will not be ranked in the top tier when it comes to DLD and RERA's classification system.
You mentioned cold calling earlier, and we've had some change in the rules when it comes to what's allowed and what's not allowed in cold calling. There is a lot of cold calling going on and a lot of cold WhatsApping as someone who owns property. There's at least sort of once a day. How are you cracking down on that, and what do you want to see happen?
We've been taking actually strict measures since day one, and we have something called RVS, Real Estate Violation System. That's our system for people to report any unethical behavior by agents, brokers, but also including cold calling. So once it reached to our attention from the customer that this guy is calling them, we verify first that this is not your customer and you haven't acquired this customer in a legal way. If we reach so, this is 50,000 dirham again. And the agent will be not allowed to work for 3 months in the industry. Not only that, but also, as you know, the UAE government actually has passed a federal law when it comes to data privacy and so on. And recently we've seen the Ministry of Economy and the telecommunication regulator has taken even another step, which is even allowing investors to complain about every cold calling, not only real estate. So there are a lot of measures now taken at the country level, at the emirate level. And we in DLD have something called the green list. And this is a service we provided for everyone. Investor who wish to be called will turn onto green. So you as an agent, if this guy is not your investor, then look at the green list. If he's a green, you're allowed to call. But also make sure you call in the right time. Some people call you at night, on weekends. So we need to be also careful. I mean, we also receive a lot of calls. And that's an easy catch.
Oh, you get calls yourself?
Yeah.
People call you to see if you want to sell?
People call everyone because that's what happens. I mean, everyone wants to sell, wants to promote, wants to there, as I told you, 600 billion dirhams of transaction last year. And you can imagine if you take 4% of that, how much is the commission? So it's a very interesting industry. However, we want to make sure that people are not annoyed. This is part of real estate reputation. We want to protect it. We want to safeguard the reputation of the city.
We have to leave it there. Unfortunately, we are out of time. We've got Mahmoud Al Burai. He's the Senior Director of Real Estate Policies and Innovation at the Dubai Land Department with us this morning. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.